Let's get ready to rumble! Kamala Harris, the joy wonder, versus Donald Trump, the guardian angel of cats and ducks. Who won? Let's find out. Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell, and before we begin, I have a goal to get to 600,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Now, on with the greatest show on earth. Behold, Tuesday was the first and probably only 2024 U.S. presidential debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And what better way to show brotherly love than to eloquently and maturely debate the topics that will help Americans choose which person is the right fit for such a demanding and vital job. It was so heartening to watch them focus on the actual issues without ad hominem attacks and stating nothing but pure facts.
President Trump,
she has a plan to not allow
issues.
fracking in Pennsylvania or anywhere else.
Okay,
that's what her plan is until just recently.
I just need to
President Trump.
No, the former president has said something twice that I need to respond to.
I'm sorry. We're going to move on, Vice President Harris. President Trump, this is now your third.
Sound of civil discourse. Just remember, in the end, these kind of events are all about dodging questions, making vague promises, name-calling, inflating egos with bragging, and devolving into argumentative firestorms. Gotta love American politics. And on those points, neither Trump nor Harris disappointed. This is entertainment for the masses with a bit of cringe. Not some important argument meant to help the citizens make a better, more informed choice. What do you think this was, some kind of debate? So don't worry, because here at America Uncovered, we've got your back. Behold the top most memorable moments from the first presidential debate. Starting with number 1, comparing rallies. So Harris did something a little unusual. She actually invited Americans to attend a political rally, but not hers, Donald Trump's.
And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
Harris, of course, was not trying to turn people into Trump converts. Quite the opposite. She was actually inviting people to see for themselves how, according to her, Trump talks about fictional nonsense and how people start leaving his rallies early. It's like trying to get a kid to quit smoking by getting them to smoke a whole pack of Marlboro oranges. Trump, never one to sit calmly after an attack, couldn't help but compare his rallies to Harris.
She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back.
Yep, that's what people really care about. Issues that affect everyday Americans. Number 2, pet-eating migrants. Unsurprisingly, one of Trump's favorite topics during the debate was illegal immigrants. He mentioned migrants a lot. Even when the moderator said welcome, he was like, not as welcome as migrants are under her watch. This is nothing new for Trump. However, what is new are the pet-eating type of migrants.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. But the people on television saying their dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Wait a minute, what the heck is Trump talking about? Well, he was referring to the claim that Haitian migrants are eating pets in Ohio. Where in the world did he get this idea from? Well, there are actually multiple posts online purportedly showing this, and they've gained a lot of traction in right-wing circles. They've garnered so much attention that Republicans started sharing memes about it. And when a meme gets going, nothing short of a miracle can stop it. And by miracle, I mean censoring tech companies. Amen? However, a lot of the reports are based on hearsay and footage that's either out of context or missing verifiable content. So any claims so far seem to be just that, claims. But there are calls claiming to see Haitians hunting animals, though not necessarily pets. For their part, Ohio police said there have been no credible reports of Haitians harming pets. The real issue, though, is that in a town of 60,000 residents, 20,000 migrants were shipped in. We'll have a more in-depth look at that story in an upcoming video. Number 3, Trump shuts Harris down. Dealing with speaking times and interruptions is the constant issue with these presidential debates. That's why both the Trump and Harris campaigns sparred over things like mic muting. Gosh, don't you just love bipartisanship? But it certainly didn't stop Trump and Harris from feeling the urge to want to hear themselves go on and on and on and on. I'd be in favor of the mics being permanently muted and them having to debate via charades. One of those golden moments happened while Trump was pointing out how Harris has flip-flopped on a lot of issues. When Harris tried to counter, Trump shut her down with a friendly reminder.
She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out.
Ouch! Talk to the elbow because the hand is busy. That was a scathing reference to Harris telling then Vice President Mike Pence off during the 2020 debate.
He said because the president wanted people to remain calm.
Well, let's get
but Susan, this is important. I want to add, but Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Call the medic because that was a deep cut. Who would have thought that Trump, of all people, would be the one to bring karma to Kamala? Is this his way of making up with Mike Pence? What's next? Is he going to go after that fly that landed on his head during the same debate? Number 4, trash-talking Biden. Unsurprisingly, both sides repeatedly accused each other of being weak, particularly on foreign affairs. But Trump kicked things up a notch, not only against Harris, but also against current U.S. President Joe Biden. Remember him? He's still technically in charge.
We had no problems when Trump was president, but when this weak, pathetic man that you saw at a debate just a few months ago, and you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her.
To be fair, if you asked Biden, I'm sure he wouldn't remember saying that, mostly because I don't know if he remembers much of anything anymore. Trump also couldn't help but bring up Biden's mental capacity.
We're playing with World War III, and we have a president that we don't even know if he's... Where is our president? We don't even know if he's a president.
And just to clarify
they threw him out of a campaign like a dog. We don't even know. Is he our president? But we have a president,
Mr. President,
that doesn't know he's alive.
Threw him out like a dog? Oh, hopefully not in Ohio. Watch out for those alleged pet-hunting migrants, Mr. President. Number 5, Harris holds her tongue. While criticizing Trump's negotiations with the Taliban, Harris seemed to need a moment before addressing Trump.
Where we invite and receive respected world leaders. And this former president, as president, invited them.
Huh? What was that? Maybe it's just me, but it looked like she had something to say other than former president. Perhaps another adjective or noun that begins with F. It wouldn't be the first time Harris has used that kind of language, but here in the presidential debate in front of millions of viewers, crisis was averted. How's that for a master class in presidential behavior? Number 6, Harris's facial expressions. If there's one thing people love in a presidential debate, it's to pick apart every single detail, including micro-expressions. So it's no surprise that a lot of people couldn't help but look at Harris's face. This definitely isn't the first time Harris's facial expressions have caught the public's attention. Her vice presidential debate with Mike Pence in 2020 drew a lot of attention to her face, because it ain't exactly subtle. It would have somehow been quieter if he actually just screamed, "Yikes!" Fast forward to 2024, and Harris is as expressive as ever. As president, we could at least be sure that she'd help the GIF and meme economy surge. Look at her signal a really, really reaction. Well, old habits just die hard, I guess. After all those golden moments, news outlets reported that Harris owned the debate. Even a Fox News voter panel agreed. Trump, however, didn't lose. Because when one of the biggest talking points during perhaps the only presidential debate between these two candidates is, "My rallies are bigger than yours," the real loser is the American people. But honestly, who really cares what the mainstream media says? What's more important is what you think of the debate train wreck. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like America Uncovered's nonpartisan take on news and politics, be sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and share this video with your friends. And here's another video YouTube's algorithm God recommends. Check it out and let us know how it's doing for you. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thanks for watching America Uncovered.